Well, here we are again, and I'm seeing if it's possible to do something that's impossible, which is share, pass along the secret to life. And this is my second video to see if that's possible. Of course, for 40 years, I have been seeing if it's possible to do in person, in conversations, in workshops, in POW talks, in you name it, hundreds of different ways, YouTube's. All of them have failed. With a few tiny exceptions. There have been a few who did not believe anything I say. That's a perfect thing right there. Don't believe a damn thing I say. However, they listened, and then they did something that surprised even them. They experimented with it. I said, well, this guy sounds wacko. He's like, way out there, left field. Well, left field isn't far enough out there. However, a few, experimented with it. By that I mean put it into their life, tested it. And of all the secrets about sharing the secrets of life, that's the most important one. It is the doing included with the listening. Because the doing is where the truth is. It's in the now. It's when you actually do, not think about, not study, not read, not believe, not go to church, not be in a temple, not go up on the mountain to find the guru, but to put it into your life with your wife, with your husband, with your child, with your girlfriend, boyfriend. Test it. Watch to see what works and what doesn't work in perhaps what I'm saying here. Because, look, this is something, peace on earth, that we have been looking for many thousands of years. The problem is we've been believing and going to churches and doing all kinds of silly things rather than living it in the moment. It's only when we put it into our everyday life that things can begin to happen. Because otherwise it's just comparing one belief with another belief, one religion with another religion, one opinion with another opinion. And all religions, all beliefs, and all opinions are the same. They're idiocy, they're insanity. The only thing that makes a difference is why I'm so scrunched up here. I wonder why I sit like a ankle, shoulders all scrunched up. The only thing that makes a difference is our life. And the place that you first need to look at is within you. Because while this might sound a bit strange, the secret to life is to speak the truth impeccably. Well, impeccable is one a little tiny step short of perfect. And the most difficult person on the planet, if you will, there goes that if you will again, to speak the truth with is you, because you're lost in your already knowing everything. You're lost in your ego. You're lost in that space where you dropped dead. You see, before you reach the age of 4, you dropped dead. Now, I'm using drop dead in a little bit of a different way. I'm meaning to say that you moved from living to existing. You moved from creation, intelligence, and truth into knowledge, thought, and belief. And when you did that, you joined the dream world, a big bubble of people in the same dream, killing each other and going to war and fighting and maiming and gathering all the money they can gather. So, if you care to take a look at what it is that I'm saying, then first, don't believe a damn thing I say. Second, listen with, not to, with what I'm saying. Third, experiment with it. And the experimentation is the crowning glory. It's the place where you discover, you see. Living in the now and experimenting with causes discovery. Study, read, follow causes learning. And there's a huge distinction there. The distinction is when you discover a truth, no memory is needed. When you learn, then you must remember it. Much like when you use language, which, by the way, is why what I'm doing is so impossible. It's impossible to pass on the secret to life to people who just listen and not experiment. In other words, putting it into their life. If you could look at, I did a thing on Spirito, is that the fellow's name? I don't know how long ago he lived, thousands of years ago, essentially saying the same thing that I'm saying. I rewrote it for today's world. And while doing so, I realized that things have been said for thousands of years that can free us. Thou shalt not kill, and love thy neighbor as thyself. All of these things are ours, and yet we don't do them. So the secret is in the doing of them. We Christians say, take care of your children, and then they throw children into cages. The Christians say, thou shalt not kill, and then they go to war. There's Marines and Army, Navy. All of those people are Christian people, or the better part of it. America has been a Christian nation for 242 years. Now we're a total church nation. State has been thrown out. Now we're only, that's another whole conversation. So I'm saying this for the secret to life number 2. See if you're willing to be open enough to hold your shoulders back when you're talking. to experiment, to consider the possibility that this rambling idiot here, me, might, tiny possibility, be telling you the truth. If you care to send a message personally, ewjones@cox.net, COX, not that other one, or put it in the message on the Facebook page, or send a carrier pigeon. To speak of these things is of huge importance. To do them that's when perfection enters.